Guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Eros and together we are Lightly Salted. So today we're going to be replacing the rear brake pads on Aurora, on the Honda EK.
Actually, we're doing all around brake pads.
Okay, so we're going to be doing all around, so front and rear. We're going to take you through the process on how we're going to go about and do this, and we'll also be respraying the calipers. Right?
Yeah. So usually the front, you get a lot of videos on the front because it's fairly simple to replace. But the rear that I figured out myself, it's a bit complicated in a way because you have to have a special tool. I bought a special tool, but it didn't work for me. So I figured out another way to do it. So I'm just going to show you guys how I did that.
Yeah, because on the rear you don't have like a nipple in order for you to release. Oh, I think you have enough. Yeah, it doesn't have a like the front has where you can on
clamp.
there, and you can open up the brake reservoir on the front as well, just to release a bit of pressure.
But the rear it turns in. You can't use a clamp. You have to use something to kind of go in the grooves to turn the piston back in. So
we'll just show you what that tool looks like as well, and then we can of course take it from there. So tools and parts required, of course, is your front brake pads, the little, I don't know what you call this, but this is for the rear, so you can turn in the piston, rear brake pads, smaller G-clamp, bigger G-clamp, and of course a set of gloves.
The front brakes are a lot bigger than the rear.
So we've already gone ahead and we fitted the one side. All you're going to need in this regard is a 12. We'll show you which bolts you actually need to loosen. So you're going to need a 12 and you're going to need the G-clamp, and just keep the old brake pad handy.
So we are going to loosen this one over here with a rubber, and then the one at the bottom.
So they're both 12s.
Yes. So then this part over here, just zoom out a bit. So this part over here has a bit of play because we're only going to replace the pads. We're not replacing the arm itself. So I'm just gonna loosen this, and then we'll show you how it lifts up, and then you can take the old pads out.
Cool. And what you want to note is you obviously have a brake line right here. This is specific to EKs, of course, because we're busy doing it on the EK. This has a 12 bolt at the bottom as well. You just want to loosen that just so that you can
this one over here.
Yeah, just so that you can unclip the brake line from there. Otherwise, it's gonna have a little bit of tension. So let's go for it. Okay, so now that we have the top bolt off, we have top bolt loose actually. It's the bottom bolt that we're going to be removing completely. The reason being is we're going to be now flipping the caliper upward. So we'll just sort that right quickly. And there you go. So that should now expose the brake pads for you, and that is why we mentioned earlier that you just need to loosen the brake line itself.
Yeah, just so that there's no...
Yeah, just so that it's a bit free there, because the moment you start moving it upward, there will be tension on it, and the brake pad just pops out from there. Yeah, so now what we're going to be doing is we're going to be taking the old brake pad, and like I previously mentioned, what you want to do is you want to ensure that your reservoir is open, right, just to release a bit of pressure. So we're just going to be using the old brake pad, placing it against the piston itself, and we're going to use a G-clamp just to push that piston forward. You'll see as you're busy pushing the piston in, the brake fluid will start rising here on the end. So just be mindful of that as well. And there we go. So unfortunately I didn't capture before how far the piston actually sits out, but this is what you want. You want it to sit flush, nice and flush, so that the other brake pad, so that it doesn't interfere when you put the new brake pad in here.
Okay, so this is the rear. When you see this tab over here, this tab actually has a sensor to tell you when your brakes are finished. So when the brake pad loses all the meatiness, when it reaches this point, it will start screeching. Then you know you need to replace your brake pads.
Cool. Okay, so what you want to do is when fitting it, first slide it in from the top, right? It will just slide into place.
There's a bit of a
a spring there,
spring
like
similar to that type of battery. When you put the normal AA batteries in something, there's that type of spring in it.
Yeah, then you just, once you slide the top in, just press it upward a bit, and the bottom will then just fall into place.
Okay, so you do the same with the front. You push it in and you clip it in, and there you go. Okay, so I just want to show you a comparison between with the rear. So this is the rear driver side that came off the car. You can see there's almost no meat on the pad itself, and this is the new one. So you can see there's a massive difference in the rear.
Okay guys, so we got everything loose. The top bolt was a bit seized in there, so we had to manhandle it a little bit, but that's sorted. So with the rears, we're going to be removing it completely. As you can see, it's completely free. We're not leaving a bolt on top, just freeing it completely, and then we're just going to slot in the new brake pads.
Let me see. Yeah. So as you can see over here, just get the camera angle. Yeah. So this is the piston that is in the rear, right, for the handbrake. So what I can do, I'm going to use the old pad. You can see how thin it is, and I would actually just use this to turn the piston in.
Okay guys, so that's our process on replacing the brake pads. Fairly straightforward, very quick and easy job. We did battle a bit with the rear calipers, but I mean that's all sorted. So we actually decided we're going to be respraying the calipers whilst the rims are off from the car. We have some extra paint. It would have been, you know, a little bit wiser if we did it before we put in the new brake pads, but we'll get it sorted either way. Okay guys, so this is the paint. So this is the paint that we're going to be using. It's named Spoon Blue for whichever reason.
That's the original car from Japan.
Okay. Yeah, that's it. Oh yeah, it's original. Okay, so this is a mixture of what? Of your color?
Of my color.
Yeah. So it's
Previous car's color.
it's a mixture of that and the previous car as well that Greasy Monkey had, the dock. And yeah, we're going to be spraying that on. Okay, so we got everything masked up right now. We're just spraying the calipers down with some all-purpose just to get it a bit cleaner. And then we're just gonna give it a quick wipe down there after, because as you can see they are quite dirty. Okay, so we got our paint mixed up right now, and we're gonna start just putting on nice little dust coats just for adhesion. There is already paint on it, so it shouldn't need that much of dust coats. We just cleaned up the calipers a bit with the previous paint, so yeah. So just to give you a better comparison, this is the paint that was on there before. As you can see, it's a very dull matte finish, and then this would now of course be the new paint that we put on there. Okay, so we finished up with the brake pads and we finished up with the spraying of the calipers as well. I'll just give you a quick look as to what they look like right now. Then we're just gonna pop the wheels on the car. As you can see right there, looks pretty glossy. The rears looks pretty glossy, and then yeah, we're just gonna pop the wheels on the car, and we're gonna yeah, so we're gonna pop the wheels on the car now. Okay guys, so we are pretty much done now. As you can see, it's a fairly simple process, something you can do on a weekend or even after work or whatever. It's like 30 minutes on the front, and the rear we struggle with a little bit more, right? Yeah. But yeah, it's fairly simple, fairly inexpensive as well.
Yeah, once you get into the nick of it, I mean, you can get the hang of it. But yeah, look, it's only the brake pads replacement.
Yeah.
So it's not even really a mod, it's mainly for safety purposes.
Yeah. Maintenance. It's just a maintenance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then yeah, so with our extra time, we actually decided to spray the calipers and the canards. And yeah, I'm actually happy with the end result.
Likewise. We tested the brakes already, and it's 100%, so that's pretty much sorted. So yeah, once again guys, we hope you learned something you know how you can go about doing this yourself as opposed to taking a shop. If you feel safer doing it that way, by all means, but I mean, if you have the time, it is pretty hectic, trying times now, whatever. So doing things yourself, it's yeah, ends up working out better. But other than that, guys, look, we also wanted to mention that we have a Instagram.
We'll leave it.
Yeah.
It'll pop up somewhere.
Yeah, we'll just pop it up. We still need to figure out how to do the pop-up thingy, so hopefully if it doesn't pop up, it will be in the description below. But yeah, so we post updates there on the regular on our Instagram page, and also if you guys want to get in touch, interact a little bit with us, then by all means go for gold. But yeah, that's it for today. Thanks for watching, thanks for staying until the end, and once again, we hope you guys learned something new. We will catch you guys soon. There is some big things coming. We're not going to drop too much on it because we are still in the process of scouting for what we need. But we feel it's definitely a mod that's gonna help everyone.
We're looking for suppliers that's within our budget range. I'm excited because I do something similar to it, but it's not long term. It's more like something that you put on just to kind of get by. But it's something I would like to do long term. So eventually, if I decide to go track or whatever, it will serve a purpose.
100%. So I mean, there's already a little giveaway as to what it's going to be. It's definitely going to be something that's race focused, or just to assist with the downforce of the car. But yeah, stay tuned, guys. Thanks again.
Peace.